If you want to stand out, you need to stop playing by the same rules as everyone else. People don't remember the person who blends in. They remember the one who makes them stop, think, and feel something different. So ask yourself, what sets you apart? What do you bring to the table that no one else does? This is your unique value, and it's your most powerful weapon. Most people make the mistake of trying to compete by being better. They think, if I work harder, if I improve just a little more, they'll pick me. But here's the truth. Being better isn't enough. The world is full of talented people, hardworking people, and qualified people. If better was the answer, the best businesses, the best employees, the best speakers, and the best leaders would always win. But they don't. The ones who win are the ones who are different. They're the ones who own their uniqueness so powerfully that people can't ignore them. Think about the most successful brands, the most influential leaders, the people who dominate their industry. They don't win because they're slightly better than the competition. They win because they stand out. They make people feel something. They create a presence that's impossible to overlook. And that starts with mastering their unique value. So how do you do this? First, get clear on what makes you different. This isn't about what you do, it's about what makes you special in the way you do it. Are you incredibly passionate? Are you relentlessly committed? Do you bring a level of energy that no one else does? Do you have a perspective that challenges the status quo? Do you bring an experience or insight that others can't replicate? Maybe it's your story. Maybe it's your mindset. Maybe it's the way you connect with people, the way you communicate, the way you make others feel seen and heard. Your unique value is often something so natural to you that you don't even recognize it as special, but trust me, it is. And once you pinpoint it, it becomes your biggest advantage. Next, own it with confidence. Most people downplay what makes them special. They think, this isn't a big deal, or other people do this too. That mindset will keep you invisible. The moment you stop apologizing for who you are and start embracing it fully, you become powerful. Confidence isn't just believing in yourself. It's showing up in a way that makes others believe in you too. And when you exude that kind of certainty, people are naturally drawn to you. Another key to mastering your unique value is communicating it effectively. If people don't understand why you're different, they can't choose you. You need to be able to articulate your uniqueness in a way that makes it instantly clear why you're the best choice. And this isn't just about words, it's about how you carry yourself, how you present yourself, how you position yourself in every interaction. Look at the people who dominate their fields. They don't just have value, they broadcast it. They own their space. They make sure that when people interact with them, they immediately see and feel their difference. Whether it's in a business pitch, a job interview, a social setting, or an online presence, they communicate their unique value so clearly that people don't have to think twice about choosing them. And finally, live your value every single day. You can't just talk about it, you have to embody it. If you say you're the hardest worker in the room, prove it. If you say you're the best at building relationships, show up with authenticity and connection in every interaction. If you say you bring a level of creativity that no one else does, let that shine through in everything you produce. This isn't a one-time thing. It's not a strategy you use when you need to stand out. It's an identity you fully step into. The moment you commit to mastering your unique value, everything changes. The world doesn't just respond to skills, intelligence, or experience. It responds to energy. Walk into any room and you'll see it immediately. Certain people light up the space. They command attention before they even say a word. People lean in when they talk. Others want to be around them, work with them, follow them. That's presence. That's magnetism. And if you want to make people choose you over anyone else, you need to build an irresistible presence that makes you unforgettable. Most people think presence is something you're either born with or not. They believe confidence is a personality trait, that charisma is something only a few lucky people have. That's a lie. Presence is something you create It's something you cultivate, strengthen, and refine. And once you learn how to do it, you'll notice an immediate shift in the way people react to you. So how do you build an irresistible presence? First, own your space. Most people shrink themselves. They hesitate, they second guess, they hold back because they don't want to take up too much room, physically, emotionally, or mentally. But think about the most powerful people you know. They don't hesitate. They don't make themselves smaller. They step fully into every space they enter. Their posture is strong. Their gestures are deliberate. Their energy is expansive. They make you feel their presence before they even speak. One of the fastest ways to shift your presence is to adjust your body language. Stand tall, shoulders back, chin up, take up space. Walk into every room like you belong there, because you do. When you move with certainty, people take notice. And they don't just see it, they feel it. Second, speak with conviction. The way you talk determines how people respond to you. Weak language, hesitant speech, or a lack of clarity instantly diminishes your presence. You could have the best ideas, the most valuable skills, and the most brilliant mind, but if you don't communicate with power, people won't listen. Great communicators don't just talk, they command attention. They don't rush through their words. They pause, they emphasize. They use their tone, their rhythm, and their energy to draw people in. They speak as if what they're saying matters, because it does. You've seen this before. Someone walks into a room, starts speaking, and within seconds the energy shifts. People stop what they're doing, they focus, they lean in. That's not an accident, that's presence. And it's something you can develop by training yourself to speak with certainty, clarity, and confidence. Next, project unshakable energy. Have you ever noticed how some people radiate something that makes you want to be around them? It's not about looks, status, or even intelligence. It's about energy. People are drawn to certainty. They are attracted to vitality. They want to be around those who bring passion, enthusiasm, and life into every interaction. This is why some people who aren't the smartest or most experienced still get chosen. They bring an energy that makes them irresistible. Energy is contagious. If you show up exhausted, drained, or hesitant, that's what people will feel. But if you show up with powerful energy, if you bring excitement, confidence, and positivity, people will naturally gravitate toward you. You don't need to be loud. You don't need to be over the top. You just need to bring a presence that says, I'm here, I'm fully engaged, and I believe in what I'm doing. That alone makes you magnetic. Another crucial aspect of building an irresistible presence is deep, authentic connection. People don't just choose the most impressive person. They choose the one who makes them feel seen, heard, and understood. The best leaders, the most successful entrepreneurs, the most sought-after individuals all have one thing in common. They make people feel important. They make eye contact. They engage deeply. When you talk to them, you feel like you're the only person in the room. That level of connection is rare, and because it's rare, it's powerful. When you master this, people won't just like you. They'll feel drawn to you. They'll feel like you're someone they can trust, someone they want to be around, someone they choose over anyone else. And finally, be the person who elevates every room you enter. Most people take energy. They complain, they focus on problems, they bring negativity into the space. But the people who stand out, the ones who are impossible to ignore, are the ones who bring energy, solutions, and inspiration. Think about it. Who do you want to be around? The person who drains the room or the person who lights it up? You already know the answer, and so does everyone else. People don't choose the best. They choose the one they trust the most. Trust is the foundation of every decision people make, whether it's hiring someone, buying from someone, following someone, or building a relationship with someone. When people trust you, they stop second guessing. They stop shopping around. They stop considering other options. You become their first and only choice. The problem is, most people assume trust is automatic. They think that because they're honest, hardworking, or skilled, people should naturally trust them. But trust doesn't work that way. Trust isn't given, it's earned. And if you don't intentionally build it, you'll always struggle to stand out. So how do you create unshakable trust? First, be ridiculously consistent. Nothing destroys trust faster than inconsistency. If people never know what to expect from you, they'll never fully trust you. One day, you're reliable, the next you disappear. One day you're on fire, the next you're uncertain. That inconsistency makes people hesitate, and hesitation makes them look elsewhere. Think about the people you trust the most. They are predictable in the best way. They show up when they say they will, they follow through on their promises. Their word means something because their actions back it up every single time. If you want people to trust you, don't just be great once in a while. Be great every time. Be someone people can count on, someone who delivers, someone who doesn't just show up when it's convenient but shows up because they made a commitment. Second, be brutally honest, even when it's uncomfortable. Most people avoid hard truths. They sugarcoat things, they dodge responsibility, they tell people what they want to hear instead of what they need to hear. But the ones who build unshakable trust are different. They tell the truth no matter what. When people know they can trust your word, when they know you won't manipulate, exaggerate, or hide things just to look good, they respect you. And respect breeds trust. This also means owning your mistakes. Everyone messes up. Everyone falls short at some point. But most people try to cover it up, shift blame, or make excuses. That kills trust. The strongest, most trusted people are the ones who can say, I made a mistake, I own it, here's how I'm fixing it. That level of integrity is rare, and because it's rare, it's powerful. Third, deliver massive value before you ever ask for anything in return. Most people operate with a give and take mindset. They think, if I do this, what do I get in return? But trust doesn't work on transactions, it works on generosity. The most trusted people are those who give without expectation. They share their knowledge, their time, their help, their resources, not because they expect something back immediately, but because they genuinely care about delivering value. And when you do that enough, people remember. Trust grows when people see that you're not just looking out for yourself, you're looking out for them. You're invested in their success. You're in it for the long game. And when people feel that, they stop considering alternatives. Another key to building unshakable trust is consistently showing up with solutions, not just problems. Trustworthy people don't just point out issues, they bring answers. They don't just highlight challenges, they provide strategies. They don't just complain, they contribute. Think about the people you trust the most. They're the ones who help you navigate difficult situations. They're the ones who offer insights, guidance, and direction when things get tough. That kind of trust isn't built by accident. It's built by repeatedly showing up as someone who makes life easier, not harder, for others. And finally, put people first, always. Trust isn't built on words, it's built on actions. And the fastest way to destroy trust is to act in a way that makes people feel like they're just a transaction, just a stepping stone, just another number. People can feel when you genuinely care about them. They can tell when you're invested in their well-being, their success, their needs, not just your own. And when they feel that, they trust you deeply. People don't choose the best option. They choose the one that feels like the only answer to their problem. Most people make the mistake of competing. They try to prove they're a little bit better, a little bit faster, a little bit cheaper than the next person. But when you're in a race to be better, you're still being compared. And if people are comparing you, that means you're not standing out enough. The real secret? Stop competing. Start positioning yourself as the only logical choice. Make it so clear that you are the answer to what they need, that the decision isn't between you and someone else. It's between you and doing nothing at all. So how do you do this? 1, speak directly to their deepest needs. People don't choose based on logic. They choose based on emotion. If you want them to see you as the only solution, you need to speak to their problems, their frustrations, their fears, and their desires better than anyone else. The person who can describe a problem the best is often the one who gets chosen to solve it. Why? Because when you articulate their struggle so clearly, they assume you must have the solution. Most people talk about what they offer. They focus on their skills, their experience, their qualifications. But what people really care about is, can you solve my problem? Do you understand what I need? If you can speak to their pain and their goals better than anyone else, they'll feel an instant connection with you. Start by asking yourself, what is their biggest frustration? What is their biggest fear? What do they really want deep down? How do they feel about their situation right now? When you understand these things, you can position yourself as the person who truly gets them, and that's powerful. 2, create a unique approach. If you look like everyone else, sound like everyone else, and offer the same thing as everyone else, you'll never be the only choice. You'll always be one of many. But when you create a unique approach, something only you offer, you remove the competition completely. Think about it. Why do some people dominate their industry while others struggle? It's because they don't just offer a service or a product, they offer a system, a framework, a philosophy that is uniquely their own. If you're in business, don't just offer coaching, offer the 90-day method, MM. If you're in sales, don't just sell houses, sell the stress-free home buying process, MM. If you're in fitness, don't just train people, offer the 90-day transformation blueprint, MM. When you give your approach a name, a structure, and a unique way of delivering results, people don't just want coaching or training or a product. They want your specific way of doing it. And the best part, no one can compare you anymore because no one else offers exactly what you do. 3 dots show proof that no one else can match. People don't just want promises, they want proof. If you want to be the only solution, you need to prove that what you do works better than anything else. The best way to do this? Show undeniable results. Share case studies of people who have gotten massive success with your approach. Show before and after transformations. Use numbers, percentages, and data to back up your claims. Let other people speak for you. Testimonials, video reviews, success stories. When people see that what you do actually works and works in a way nothing else does, they stop doubting. They stop looking for alternatives. They stop hesitating. They choose you. 4, make it feel risk-free. Even when people are interested, they hesitate, they worry about making the wrong choice, about wasting time, about regretting their decision. If you can remove that fear, you become the obvious, easy choice. How do you do that? Eliminate risk. Offer guarantees. If you don't see results in 30 days, you get your money back. Give a free trial or a preview of what you do. Make it clear that working with you is a smart, safe decision. The more you reduce uncertainty, the more likely they are to say yes. 5, control the narrative. If you don't define how people see you, they'll create their own assumptions. And when that happens, you lose control. The most successful people, businesses, and brands don't let the market define them. They actively shape their own reputation. They control the way they are perceived. How do you do this? Be consistent in how you present yourself. Your message, your branding, your communication, all of it should reinforce the same idea, that you are the solution. Share your story. People connect with stories more than facts. If you can show them why you do what you do, why you care, and how you got here, they'll feel more connected to you. Be everywhere. The more people see you, the more they trust you, whether it's social media, speaking engagements, networking events, or content creation. Make sure you're in front of the right people consistently. 6, stop asking. Start positioning. Most people try to convince others to choose them. They ask for opportunities, they ask to be considered, but the most powerful people don't ask. They position themselves so effectively that people come to them. You do this by becoming so good at what you do that people seek you out, showing so much proof that people feel lucky to work with you, owning your space so confidently that people assume you're the best choice without question. When you position yourself as the only real solution, People don't just choose you, they chase you.